Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you. Another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks. Sampler for you series videos I do for a little while now. I go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, then, folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff that time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie. This one wasn't even on the menu anymore. I did have to ask for it specifically, but we'll get to that. Folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm yammering on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I am inside my truck. And whilst I'm doing all that, folks, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. Folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I always like to highlight the super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing for you today? It happens to be my Corvin's Breed shirt. It's a very cool shirt. I like it. It's very kind of neat design, very kind of eye-catching. But what is Corvin's Breed? So Corvin's Breed is a one-man musical project done by a guy named Matty Corvin, who I became aware of and familiar with last year at the time I'm doing this, in 2023. It turns out that he'd actually been sort of going around with different tours that I'd actually been to go see. And finally, on the last of the three that I was part of, he actually got to perform and do his thing on stage. And I, hadn't heard of him before, didn't know what to think going in. Fucking loved it, man. Like, it was just a super cool fucking setup, and like the music was really cool. He was a really nice guy after, the set and everything like that. I chatted with him a little bit, got some pictures and stuff. And then after that, I went home, I started digging a little bit into his music, kind of an industrial metal thing going on. I really dug it. So, if you happen to be interested, I do actually have some videos of his performance on my channel, just in case maybe, like I said, you're interested. If nothing else, I'd be more than happy to kind of point you in the right direction as far as his music goes, because, again, I think, like, super talented guy, really cool dude. But anyway, what am I trying for today, folks? What are we doing here? Why was it not even on the menu? Well, I don't know why it wasn't on the menu, but I did go over there and I went to the drive-thru and I did not see it anywhere available. I thought I was shit out of luck, but I was like, let me ask. So I went over there and asked if they still had, boom! What is this? This is their Midnight Cherry Freeze. Ooh, Midnight Cherry. Let's get a thing for a thing while it's still sort of, what kind of, I don't know. So that. Yeah, man, it's from Taco Bell. I always like a freeze from Taco Bell. It's usually one of my go-to items, especially after I go to a concert. Like, when I get through with a concert, I almost always like to hit up a Taco Bell, get myself a couple cheap-ass burritos, get myself a big-ass thing of Pepsi, and a big-ass freeze, because man, oh man. So yeah, figured what the fuck, we'll try to get this one in. I don't know if I've ever reviewed a freeze for the show. Let's give it a go. Ooh, that's nice. I also don't know if I've ever had a freeze flavor I didn't really like. Yeah, it's nice. One of the things I like about a freeze, I like the consistency of the way that it stays frozen. Whereas, some frozen drinks, they kind of dial out pretty quickly. A freeze will hold in there. Like, I bought this, at the place and then drove back to my house. It did take a little bit to get there. So, you can say it didn't really melt too much. I like that. And yeah, I mean, in terms of the flavor, I don't know, maybe it's just because of the coloring. I'm getting more of a blue raspberry than a cherry thing. And here's the thing about that. They supposedly have a blue raspberry freeze as well. So part of me is wondering if maybe they went over there and were like, I don't know if we have the midnight cherry thing anymore. Maybe we can get away with passing it off. Or maybe that's how it's always made. I don't know. But yeah, I'm definitely getting more blue raspberry than anything. Um, it's nice. It's got a nice little tang to it. But I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if I'm getting. Maybe that's what like the fucking stuff is supposed to be. Maybe that's supposed to somehow be cherry related. Let me try to get more of the purple stuff. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's got to be what that is. I'm I'm just tossing this out there. I'm guessing that the blue part of it is blue raspberry, and that the purple part of it is more of like the cherry aspect. Because there's definitely a different flavor between the two of them. Like no two ways about it. Um, I wish if that was going to be the case, I wish they would have used more of the cherry or whatever the hell it's supposed to be than the blue raspberry. Even though I don't mind the blue raspberry, it's a nice enough taste. But you're calling it the midnight cherry. I would like more of the cherry. Sorry, I'm a little bit stuffed up. Um, Not too bad, but we are in the season. But yeah, that's not bad. It's got a little bit of a tanginess to it. It's definitely not the best freeze I've ever had. Best freeze I ever had, I can't remember the specific name of it, but they had a deal that they were doing with Mountain Dew for a while. Mountain Dew did like these weird premium Mountain Dews for like a little bit, and I want to say like, I don't know, maybe like 2017, 2016, something like that. And they had one, I think it was maybe like cactus juice or some shit. That one was fantastic, man. Like I went back multiple times to get that one. This one, for what it is fine. Like there's nothing I'm actively disliking about it. Um, the mix of the flavors is nice. Cherry and blue raspberry I think work pretty well together. Blue raspberry's got a little bit more tang. The cherry or whatever it is, a little bit sweeter, so you get a little bit of a contrast. And if you watch the show, I like contrasting flavors. Yeah, I do wish that the cherry aspect was the more prominent flavor. Because again, the blue raspberry is fine, but that's not what I'm here for. I'm here for midnight cherry, not midnight blue raspberry with an essence of cherry. But it's okay. Um, Two questions have to be asked though. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? Probably not. Kinda ish. Like with this, for me, it's not a bad product. There's nothing I dislike about it. But the biggest point of contention I'm running into is I feel like it's slightly false advertising. Like, I mean, I guess what I sort of guess and they decided to do is, they've got this blue raspberry freeze already. Let's take that, do a little switcheroo, put some stuff in there. Now we got two freezes that we can offer. Um, it's fine, I guess, but like, it's not what I was expecting. I really wanted like a stronger cherry freeze. That's really what I was aiming for. So even though I don't dislike it, I don't think I would get it again because like there's other freezes I like more than this one, and those are actually taste the way that they're supposed to. So, and if I'm recommending it, I don't know, man. Probably not, I guess. Like, again, it's not a bad product. Nothing wrong with it. It doesn't taste bad. If you want to try it, feel free to try it. But just at the very least, and I could be wrong. Maybe it's my location that I went to or something. I don't know. Um, but just kind of go into an understanding that at least based off my personal experience, it does not taste very cherry-ish. Again, it's more of a blue raspberry kind of deal. It's not a bad product, but it's just like, yeah, come on now, Taco Bell. I see what you did there. Or maybe I'm crazy. It's entirely possible. But anyway, 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your year. Folks, go over there, have yourselves a truly freeze-tastic rest of your life. Because who doesn't like a good freeze? Mr. Freeze and this kind of freeze, it's a good thing. I mean, unless you're freezing to death or something. But final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if you can't do it all the time, I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating, and just bullshit sometimes, folks. And when we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there whenever possible. Take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, do you have a favorite freeze flavor? Like I said, I mean, they've been doing it forever at this point, so they've had quite a few varieties. I usually just probably do the Mountain Dew Baja Blast one. I'm not even that big a fan of the Mountain Dew Baja Blast by itself, but I'm okay with it. But in a freeze, I feel like it works better. Something about the way the flavors come together, I like it a little bit more. But I'll go with pretty much any of the ones. They've had the pineapple whip and stuff like that, which is pretty damn good. I remember that one. So anyway, let me know.